And we are all the way fucking back. As you guys can tell, this is a different. It's a this is a different voice on here because I've successfully kicked my main host out, and I thought I'd record this week's episode. Um, Actually, let me be a bit more diplomatic about things. Welcome back to the Popcorn for Dinner podcast. My name is Jibbs, and I'm joined by my co-host Chinedu. Say hi, Chinedu.
What you saying? What you saying? What you saying?
And
Hi.
and today we'll be talking about Ozark, and I think this might actually be the first sort of long series finale we're like covering and stuff. So I think it'd be quite interesting to how this conversation goes because we're talking about like the end of a TV show, of a long TV show. Because I think you guys have done a couple of Marvel TV shows, which I definitely was not a part of. And I think I have to do like some admin stuff first. I'll tell you guys to, you know, rate, review, subscribe. Really appreciate all your um feedback because we're still trying to figure this podcast business out. Um, Also, if you have like any products you like, we want us to show for you, then slide
Bring that ad money.
slide into our DMs. But on a more on a more serious note, we have like a lot of like other episodes out recently. So we have like the Moon Knight finale, which is Oscar Isaac doing a British accent. That's like me every day trying to do a British accent, but I'm not like a superhero sort of person. So we have like the Moon Knight finale out. We've got episodes on Doctor Strange. Have you seen Doctor Strange?
No, no, no,
Are you
no.
watching Doctor Strange?
I'm going to
There are a couple
watch
of
it.
like Marvel ones I just like. I really didn't like
Are
care
you
much about
watching Doctor
Marvel,
Strange?
but like a couple of ones are just like, oh gosh, this is
Gosh, this is what?
this is. I mean, there's saturation and there's Marvel, man. Anyway, we have like for you Marvel fans, we have Doctor Strange. I think is the multiverse movie that's out as
Multiverse
well.
of Madness. Why would you say the
Is
multiverse?
that the multiverse movie? Listen, I'm old man. I don't know what's one plus one anymore. Then we've
Oh
got
my
the
god.
Atlanta finale, which I probably need to start watching because it's yeah. I saw like a clip and he had Liam Neeson in it, and I just thought, what the hell is Liam Neeson doing on Atlanta? So
Yeah,
just go
same
check
as
that
well.
episode out. And also we have like good TV episodes like Better Call Saul and Barry, which is back. And yeah, guys, please rate, review, subscribe. If you have like any recommendations on what you want to hear, don't be afraid to sort of slide in our DMs. If you have other reasons you want to slide into our DMs, then please slide in the DMs as well. We don't mind. And yeah, today we'll be talking about Ozark. Oh shit. I forgot to tell you guys. Just yeah, follow us on whatever platform. I think we're like on every fucking platform, like
Yeah,
Apple,
Spotify,
even on like
Apple.
other platforms. This is a platform, so
Yeah.
everywhere. And yeah, just rate review us on Apple and Spotify and stuff. Like these are really really appreciated, and we yeah just thank you guys a lot for like listening to us waffle about you know TV shows and movies and Oscar ceremonies and stuff like that. But yeah, today we'll be talking about Ozark and how, yeah, just Ozark, man. I guess it's sort of like saying goodbye to a TV show that has sort of taken us for the past. When did Ozark come out? 20.
I think let me actually check that.
Oh, it's 2017.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's sort of goodbye in it. So what do you think about like just Ozark in general? It's like if a premise of Ozark is basically like a financial advisor dragging his family all the way from Chicago to the Missouri
Salesman.
Ozarks where they must launder money to basically appease the cartel and stay alive. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you think of Ozark just as a TV show in general?
Um it's Jason Bateman, love him on it. But as a TV show in general, I like what they do with the characters.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
I saw a tweet one time where it said like if there's only like two memorable characters on the show, then that show is not good. Um,
Okay.
that's not the craziest
I was about to
film.
that said that.
But like the show has so many memorable characters. It's taking us on a good journey. Um, so like there are so many people on it that bring different different things. Like how like let's take that back. Let's take that back. Let's take that back. All right, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So basically I really like it. Like I really like it. It's a nice money laundering show that you
Is
can it's
you
a
like a bit of
nice
cooking the books, don't you?
nice bookkeeping show.
Mhm.
But it's got the great balance between violence and humor and drama and even family as well. Like um I remember the first ever episode, and they just shot that guy,
Yeah.
Marty's best friend.
Yeah.
Shot
He
him
was
like,
greedy.
yeah, like
And it's quite interesting you sort of brought up that because I think the reason why I like the show is, I mean, anything that's thriller, race against time, trying to solve a problem, but solving that
yeah,
problem will lead to another problem, lead to
yeah,
two more problems. That's kind of what the show is, and it's just
yeah,
this family
yeah,
trying to wiggle themselves out of a tough situation, but because of their wiggling themselves out of a tough situation, they're sort of creating new problems for themselves.
yep,
And I guess with time, they think they're doing it, or people think they're doing it to survive, but I guess especially with Wendy, who sort of becomes like a
she
diet
loves this game.
Walter. She's like a diet Walter White sort of thing, where she actually loves. She loves the grind. She loves the game. She loves the hustle. If you've watched Paid in Full, you know that reference. But and how, because she sort of spoke about this in a previous episode, and how she's sort of like this frustrated Midwestern um wife in a Midwestern household. How she doesn't really, because she had aspirations, was like in politics before, but how her career all like stagnated and stuff, and how this is kind of like, it's like Wendy 2.0 is like I've been reborn,
Yeah, yeah.
and you can just sort of see how she basically breaks bad. she basically she, she's kind of like the goon of the family, because Marty is sort of like cool and calm, calculated, and Wendy is like, we
Yeah,
need to, you know,
she's proactive, if
I
you
need to
want to
kill my
say it.
brother so we
Yeah,
can get out of this situation. And it's, I guess it's also a show about I guess family, and what you do to protect your family and stuff, or the sort of things you tell yourself in your head that you're doing this for your family, but actually you're actually doing it for yourself. And I guess that's what Breaking Bad did as well, and I think Ozark sort of does the same thing. So in terms of this final season, I guess it was all of trying to sort of tie up all the knots. That's sort of what series finale is. What would you say it's been your favorites? Because you've watched a lot of TV, haven't you?
yeah.
What do you
I'll
what
say decent amount.
what do you think has been like your favorite season finale, series finale ever?
That's a that's a tough one, you know. I hated Game of Thrones.
I
Hated it.
guess I guess it's Breaking Bad, isn't it? That's like the
I'm going to upset the crowd here and say I haven't seen that yet. Still,
okay. But
yeah,
I think there's like a problem with there's always been a problem with trying to end a TV show
yeah,
because
because like it's especially dramas as well because a lot of the time they want to try and I don't know if they want to try and end on a good note,
mhm.
satisfy the fans and as well still do justice to the characters. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
very hard. Yeah. But with Ozark, this one obviously we'll still go back to your question, but with Ozark, I like what they did. Um,
Really?
Yeah, like I don't mind it, to be honest. I actually don't mind
It's
it,
been
to be
quite
honest.
polarizing on the Twitter sphere. I think
Yeah.
people sort of hated it and liked it at the same time. People didn't really
Did
know
you
how to
hate it?
react to it. I felt like I kind of enjoyed it. I didn't really feel have any strong ways about
Yeah, same.
the finale. I think the final season. I think we'll probably talk on that as well. I thought it was a bit. I think it should have been like because what was it 14 episodes, right?
Yeah,
I
14.
think I think that shit should have been about 8 episodes. I think they should have all just released it as once. Because I mean, this season it was a fun season, but at the same time, it's sort of like, what the hell is going on? Like the plot just became a bit um too bulky,
Dragged out.
sort of adding too much patties into the burger. It was just too much in it. So now I'm like sick. I'm throwing up everywhere, which is not what not
Yeah.
the point of a fucking burger, is it? So, but I did enjoy. I mean, this show was basically made for me. I'm the target audience. I could literally watch anything with
Oh, you love money laundering.
I.
Oh, you're an accountant.
I'm not an accountant. No,
Oh, Asia.
don't insult me like that. There's like this big
Oh
beef
my
between like accountants and actuaries and stuff. So
god.
it's all friendly fire. It's all friendly
Okay, so
fire.
you're a Selfridges accountant then.
Just those kind of shows where like it's crime, there's like cartel involved, um,
Yeah.
just money as well, trying to outsmart the FBI and stuff. It's just that's just my bread and butter, man. I'm all for that shit. So like even if they had like I mean if Ozark had gone to fucking space, I'd have watched it. It wouldn't have made any sense because like what the hell are they doing in space? But I would have enjoyed it. So I'm probably not the right person to ask in terms of like
Yeah.
objectivity.
Yeah.
But I did feel like the final season was a bit bulky because it's
What
sort
was
of
your
like you're
take
going
on it?
from uh like the FBI is sort of wants to cooperate with what's the cartel's boss leader's name again?
Harvey? No, sorry, not Harvey. Omar Navarro.
Omar, yeah, Omar, thanks. Then now they want to cooperate with Javi, but now
And
they want
then
to
Camilla.
cooperate with Javi's mom,
Camilla, yeah,
Camila. There we go. I'm fucking great with names, aren't I? So what's your name again?
Fuck off.
And so it was just like it was just too much, too many stuff happening, man. Like what is supposed to be going on here? I guess that's like this thing is also sort of suffering from the same thing as well. It's like which I'm sort of rewatching Peaky Blinders. I'm like, I don't even know who Tommy is talking to right now because it's like, well, it's just fun. It's all good. It's all good TV. But I guess this season also focused a lot on or I'd say past 2 seasons. I guess we should touch on that as well because Netflix sort of decided to release it in two batches, didn't they?
Yeah.
14 episodes in two batches. 14 episodes.
Yeah.
Sort of like what Mad Men did as well. How
I
did you
think they
feel about
get did
that?
they do 7 and 7?
I think they did. Or it might have been eight and
Yeah, I
six.
don't know. Personally, yeah, like it could have all just been lumped together into like you said, like 8, 9 episodes. It There was a point where they were meeting Omar,
Yeah.
and I think when Omar was like, "Oh, I know it was Camilla that ordered the hit," and then I was thinking, "Oh my god, like these people basically just drew up a plan to kill this guy, and now he's basically trying to use them." Like it felt elongated, if you get
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I
Like
think
the
actually sorry, carry on.
No, no, no. So like just yeah, just the back and forth between Omar, Camilla, and then Harvey. But I guess in a way, when Darlene left, it was good to have like another good um you know representation of a woman fighting for her family. If
Hmm,
you
hmm.
get, yeah, like Darlene was ruthless. We need
I thought that was sort of like the because there's been some scenes in Ozark where it just made me like, oh shit, my heart is racing now. Like,
yeah
what the fuck? I guess like that first scene where you actually meet the Mexican guys, and sort of realize like Marty's partners have been stealing money, and he just sort of
Yeah,
shoots him like that. He's like, "What the
yeah,
fuck? What this
yeah.
show just went from a zero to 1,000 right now. What the hell is going on?" I guess like the last time the show made me feel like that was when they killed Darlene and White, because I was just like, "Oh, they just got married, you know, number one couple in the Ozarks, and okay, they're all going to sort of carry on their heroin business and live happily ever after." Then Harvey comes in and ends that whole shit straight away. And I was just like, shit, what the hell, what the hell?
Yeah.
And there were like another like 7, 8 episodes after that, and I thought that there should have been about 2 or 3 episodes after that, because I think you could have basically tied up everything they needed to tie up in those episodes. But um, yeah, it's
In a way, I guess maybe it was also long because they did something with Wendy in this season, like
okay.
this second half. Um, yeah, they focused on like her upbringing and like her background and her relationship with her father. So obviously, whilst doing that, there has to be rather like things going on in the background. So um,
Did you get like
that's one
a?
thing.
Did you get? I didn't really get an emotional reaction to that her and her dad at
Really,
all. Nah, I
um,
think it was her and her brother from the last season. That was the one I was just like, shit. Okay,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
something. I think they were trying to sort of play up the
What, like draw
Wendy family
sympathy?
angle stuff a bit longer.
Oh, for me, it was like I did. I wouldn't say I felt something in terms of like, oh, I was so sorry for her, but when what's it called? When it comes to Wendy, she's actually very. She's a character that I think she's a bit too much at times. Like she needs to. She. It's good
Needs
to
to be
be
put
proactive.
down.
It's good to be proactive, especially in a situation where her family is.
Hmm.
But like sometimes you need to evaluate your options.
But yeah, yeah, like it's that sort of thing where she's kind of like the hothead,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Marty is, but I think she's a bit more um, street smart, if that's the right word. Because remember when Ruth killed Harvey, then
yeah,
Marty was like, "Oh, she didn't have done that. She didn't have done that. I would have spoken to Ruth and talked her out of it, and just like, come on, Marty,
yeah.
man,
She was like, "You're just delaying the
you're just
inevitable."
delaying it." So I think she was a
Yeah,
bit more street smart in that sense. I think, I mean, she definitely had the sort of intelligence to kind of survive in this world, although she was a bit more uh, hot-headed and
yeah,
tempered and stuff. I guess that's the that's the that's the dream team, isn't it?
yeah. Balance the pragmatic with the proactive.
So I'm reading my notes right now, and the next on my point, the next point on here is Killer Mike 5 question marks. That is the most insane, bizarre, confusing thing I have ever seen on a
Oh
television
my
screen. Like,
god.
so spoke about how Liam Neeson was in Atlanta, right? What
Yeah.
the fuck was Killer Mike doing on a Netflix TV show?
Oh my god. Not even that. Like I feel like the presence of rap and hip hop in this season actually threw me off quite a lot.
There was
Especially
a lot
with
of rapping. There was a lot of Nas, wasn't there, in the
yeah.
soundtrack?
Especially with like what's her name? Ruth listening to it as well. I was like, what's going on? But yeah, that was it. That was it random.
Are you a big Nas guy, by the way?
No, no, I'm not a big Nas guy.
Okay,
Are
okay.
you?
I listen. If I
You're
tell you
one
my
of
if
those rappers died niggas, aren't you?
I'm just one of those, what?
Rappers died niggas. Or
What do you mean?
like trap is basically
Oh. Well,
you're one of
yeah, I
those
guess
old
so.
grandpas that don't get with the times.
No. I think I. If I tell
So
you, like
wait,
the
you don't
rapper,
Marvel, you don't listen to trap music.
no, the only rapper I listen to is NBA YoungBoy
What?
and Kodak Black. That's all I listen to. Listen to J. Cole. Get that shit out of my fucking face, man. But there's a lot
Oh
of like, if I tell my rap, my Nas thoughts, I might literally get cancelled, honestly. So
my
I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna
I
keep
wish
that to
Ibuka was
myself.
on here for that one.
A lot of yeah, it was quite an interesting soundtrack. I guess there's I was reading this in review on how, because when you think about it, right, from the start to the finish, sort of thinking about Ozark as a whole and how the birds have basically come, privileged
Yeah,
white people come
yeah.
into this place,
Redneck.
um, sort of Ozark's area, and literally fucked up the whole place for everybody who we've cared for.
Yo.
I think everyone who we've cared for, except from the birds, are dead.
Yeah, like when I finished the season, I was thinking, bro, like 3 is going to be a shattered boy.
Yeah,
He has
honestly,
nobody. Like
honestly,
he has
they've
literally
it's
nobody.
like that lady that was in she was in the Ozarks before, but she moved to Florida, and Ruth tried to get her back, and she did come back and
Oh,
stuff to run the casino. I've
it's
forgotten her
so
name
brilliant that you brought that up because I was thinking that as well. And I was just thinking like,
because she was like, "I'm out of this, man." Eventually,
yeah. And I think that was a point in the show where I was thinking like Ruth was very, very selfish in that situation.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
feel
think.
like she was convincing herself she was being honest, but I don't know. I mean, I
Hmm.
just don't know. Maybe it's because Ruth has not had like that scare from the cartel per se. Like she's had people died from the cartel, but she's not had someone like actually shake her up.
I
Actually,
think.
she has.
I
She
think
has.
once. I think once this guy
Yeah,
died.
that was with the lawyer. She
Yeah,
was shaking up, but I don't know. I just felt like she could have done more for Rachel in that. Like,
I just think she was not acting. I mean, how could she act rationally, right? I think once Wyatt died,
yeah,
I think she was just on. I think she was just. It was just a ticking time bomb. Basically, she was just. Yeah, she was just living on. She was like a lame duck. Basically, it was just about time. It was a matter of when rather than if she was going to die. But it was pretty upsetting there when she died. I was just like, oh, Ruth.
yeah, it was. I don't know why. I was hoping that it wouldn't happen, but I don't know what I was hoping for. Like someone would. Camilla is so ruthless, though. She
Yeah,
called her
man. He
both
tried to
child.
kill her
Like
brother.
she's she's so ruthless. She's like, if they make eye contact with their kids, if they make eye contact with Ruth,
No one wins with a when the
yeah,
family feuds, innit?
yeah,
It's yeah. So I was talking about how like they've come to this place, the birds, and they've destroyed the lives of a lot of people there, and they, because I was gonna ask as well. I mean, it's the end of Ozark. Where do you see the birds going? Or what do you think the birds are doing in 5 years' time? I think they become like the biggest or the most powerful family in the Midwest, don't they?
yeah,
Because
hundred
they've got like
percent,
the capital, they've got the clout now, they've got the
100%,
connections,
100%,
and
and
it's
they have the protection from the FBI.
and like
Uh,
this is how strong families. I guess that's sort of like a commentary on like strong families as well, in the sense of how a lot of strong families literally started from
the ground.
criminal actions. They built up a lot of wealth from criminal actions, then later on went legit and basically control cities, control states, have so much power, but no one actually knows that it's because in the first couple of sort of dynasties they were doing all some breezy shit like bootlegging, taking advantage of situations and stuff like that. So that is like, I think that was a pretty interesting commentary on stuff. But I think
Yeah.
I don't know because I was thinking about do the do the birds because they're always going to be like watching over their shoulder,
Will
but
they though?
I think because like even Jonah he he went on a Mazzolini, didn't he, at the end of the season?
I feel like he was even crazier at the start rather than at the end. Oh wait,
uh,
you mean the actual like when he
yeah,
entered the
the
court?
actual
Oh,
end.
oh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
So he's like, I mean, and he was like, what, laundry money as well, which is better than his dad apparently. So Yeah, he's completely tapped all the way.
They
But I guess that's what
really
brings
are.
families together, isn't it? If you're partaking crime, you know, you're running like a, a sort of cartel yourself. You can do what you want. By the way, let's talk about the cartel. Let's talk about Marty being the cartel boss for, what was that, a week? If
Yeah,
you were a
I think.
cartel boss, what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah,
Funny enough, people. I felt like the show made it seem like Marty did a good job. I felt like he was just being himself. Like all he
right.
just, yeah, Marty just doesn't have emotions.
Well, he had to just, he's an accountant, and he had to adjust, didn't he?
Yeah, and I mean, I would say that he didn't show fear,
Hmm.
but he hardly ever does, to be honest.
Killed an innocent guy
But in
because,
a position where I'm a cartel boss, yeah, I would. Sounds like a job interview. Hopefully it's not for a real cartel, but yeah, I would gather all the lieutenants. Is it lieutenants?
yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. Gather
it's,
them up. Ask them what's going on in each
we just
villain's
ask them
life.
nicely, and you think they'll tell you straight
No,
away.
no, no.
Yeah,
I'll bring the books.
I've been
To be
stealing money
honest, the
from you
method
for
that
about
the
5
method
years
that
now,
he
but everything's cool, right?
the method that he went with was is there's no other way to go about it. Bring the books,
Nah,
check what everyone's doing,
I mean,
and
but he's like an actual accountant as well, so he went through the
yeah,
books,
yeah. What
and
would you do? I know you're a crazy guy, so
I'm going to kill
part of
everybody. Everybody's going. Nah, I
oh
don't
my
know. I think
god,
that's sort of like, I mean, what Marty did was sort of like the right thing to
I'll
do. I
buy a
just think,
football club.
buy a football club.
There are a couple cartels that already have football clubs, so
Not in Europe though. You probably won't pass. Well, I mean, murderous states regimes are vying for football clubs, so you never know.
oh my god.
But uh, yeah, I think like Omar Navarro, I don't think we he was needed in this season at all. Like I'm just sort of thinking about it again. It's like why why was he here, and like we could have done without it. But I guess like Ozark, I guess that's a bigger commentary on Netflix
Yeah,
because this Ozark, it's sort of because initially Netflix original shows was it was House of Cards, it was Orange is the New Black, wasn't it? I think Stranger
hmm
Things was there as well.
yeah.
Then I think after that has come was Ozark, and I think Stranger Things.
Stranger Things was 2016, I think. Let me actually check that.
Yeah, 2016. Ozark was 2017. So it's sort of around the same time frame, and it's sort of like Netflix trying to because Netflix were doing elite TV.
Yeah,
Then I think now they just anything right now because they're doing quality before. Now they've gotten a bit more funding. They're doing a lot more like quantity over quality.
pop,
They're just bringing out anything
yeah,
and everything you want. You know,
popular stuff.
do you want more serial killer docs? They'll give it to you. Do you want a TV show
Love
about
reality TV
reality
shows.
TV? Do you want anything that's? Did you see
Do
that
you want
TV show
dating
about
TV
like
shows,
is it
by the
cake?
way?
Have you seen that?
No, what's that about?
Remember like the start of the pandemic when people were making cakes, right?
Yeah.
Of all shapes and
Oh my
sizes,
god. So there's a
and
TV show on that.
there's a TV show on that, yeah.
I'm dead.
And there might be a season two on that as well, actually. So,
Did you
and
enjoy
we'll
it?
be covering it on the popcorn.
No way. Banky is definitely not giving that a green
Yeah,
light.
I'm not covering that. I can barely fucking boil water. Talking about cake,
Oh
baking a
my god.
cake or
The
something.
shame. Shame to the world.
Yeah, big shame, man. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn. Don't worry. But I think it's just sort of Netflix going to just give release anything, release everything, release anything, anything, give people what they want, and that's probably why it was 14 episodes because they thought probably the more the better. If more people are spending time on Netflix,
Yeah.
it's better for us, and you spend more time on Netflix. 14 episodes compared to 8 episodes
Seven.
per se. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I guess it's sort of spoken about series just things finishing up and things ending and how it's just a hard time there's a hard time of how a lot of TV shows have struggled with that. I think the only um, two and a half that I've actually liked are Breaking Bad, of course. I
Yeah,
like The Wire as well, though that was even quite controversial. And then there's another show called Boardwalk Empire on HBO, and I
what's
think
that?
it's like the mafia, prohibition era, Al Capone, all of his boys,
You
basically.
love your gang stuff.
Yeah, it's I do love my gangster. Exactly. It's these sort of TV shows I watch, and it's even like Sopranos, which is like apparently one of the greatest TV shows of all time.
Yeah,
They even struggled with the finale
yeah. Because like,
because
what do you do? Like, even in the context of Ozark, like, how do you end it other than the
how do you
reveal?
end it? Like, what would have been satisfactory for people? What did people really want? Because I think the only way to end this was the birds basically become. It was either the birds, all of them dying, or they basically become like the most powerful family in the Midwest of America. And I think they went with the second choice, which was interesting, I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, killing all of them doesn't it feels a bit over the top.
Yeah, I think that would have been a
Um,
bit over the top. I'm like, how would they have
and
gone
to be
around
honest,
it?
they left it to our imagination. I
Yeah.
was telling someone like they just left it to our imagination. Like even Jonah pointed the gun. We don't know if he
Are we
shot
sure
at him.
Jonah killed the PI? Are
Yeah, yeah,
you sure he didn't
we
shoot
don't
in
know.
the air? You know?
Yeah, like to scare him off. We don't know. So
I like that part though. I like the part where the guy was just the PI was saying
you
this
don't get to be
is
the cox or no, sorry.
where he just couldn't have that thing about Ben because it was like obviously hired to look for Ben Ryan. He just couldn't let it rest after they tried to pay him off, and after they got him his old job back as a police officer. He just said, "I just could not let that rest. I just could not let that breathe."
Yeah,
And he obviously pursued kept on going, and you know, sort of met
yeah,
his demise, didn't he?
yeah. He was annoying.
He was
I
supposed to be annoying, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I don't like private investigators, man, because they come and they try to paint it like they're doing it for the greater good, or like they, because every time he approached, what's it called, Wendy's dad, always tried to make it. He was just trying to just do his job. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like this like
I mean, he
manipulation.
was trying to find a dead guy, wasn't he? Which is not,
Yeah.
it's not the worst of things.
No, but the manipulation that comes with it was annoying. But yeah, like that scene, the final scene with the family, I liked how he basically said, "You don't get to win. Um, you don't get to have your happily ever after." But they kind of will do. Like
hmm
at the
hmm
end of the day, money talks.
Which is sort of like we spoke about this, didn't we?
Yeah,
Privileged people going into an underprivileged area and
yeah,
fucking up everybody's situation, making themselves um coming out better than everyone else in that situation, or coming out better and everyone coming out worse. Which is why, like, if I was in the Ozarks, right, and I'd heard of like Marty Bird and his family, and he came to me, if he came to me to ask for a pen, I would run away. I would not. I will not touch that family with a 10-foot pole,
oh,
man. Every single thing that family does is just turns into shit.
yeah,
Everything they touch turns into fucking shit,
yeah. It's so bad. It's so
and
bad. Like,
it's nah, get this guy out of here, man. It's sort of like when you just start deeping about, like, was it Ruth? No, it was Wyatt's dad that
yeah,
was about to expose the birds. It was season one
yeah.
or season two, and there was like the whole electrocution thing in the water. I think
Yeah,
Ruth did it as well,
yeah,
and it's just when people are with the birds, you know, they act in funny ways, and just the most ridiculous, stupid things happen to them. Plus, you got like cartel involved as well, which is on its own problems on its head. But
and you know, one of the things with all these things is that once you get in, you pretty much can't get out.
no,
It's just like once you have a deal with them, you're always tied in somehow, some way. Like Claire now,
mm-hmm,
Claire just, and obviously the thing is they don't even come to you with all the details per se. Like
mm-mm.
they just come and they sell you all these dreams, and but I like
You can do
I
this. You can be the richest man. You want to think about all your
Yeah,
money,
that
all the good
scene
stuff, man.
where Ruth killed. Oh no, well she came into the office or she broke into the office. Um, it was I liked how she basically dressed down the characters and said, "Wendy, you're a soulless fucking human being." She got a lot of that this season though. People
I
telling her she's
mean,
difficult to love. Yeah, but everyone that they come across here just seems to stray off their path.
it's
So
gosh, Wendy's such a she's so evil, isn't she?
she's sinister, and she
But
does it
she
with
does
a
love her family
smile.
there, all for her family, innit?
No, but the way she even does it is scary. Like that whole Jonah thing was very, very spooky. Where she broke into the hotel, lied to the guy to basically go through his computer. She's scary.
Yeah,
He is scary. I feel like the person that has left the family unscathed is Charlotte.
yeah. I think that character might have been a bit
Oh, irrelevant.
underwritten and underdeveloped. I think.
I mean, they did something with her in the earlier seasons where she was like an
Yeah,
annoying teenager.
she was annoying teenager early season, which eventually became Jonah. But now she's just sort of like, um,
Literally
she's
their
been like,
PA.
Jonah, don't do that. Mom is such a you're a terrible mom. Dad, how can you let this happen? Yada yada. That's literally it, man.
Backup dancer.
That's that's Charlotte for like the past 3 seasons, and I feel that's. I mean, I have a lot of problems with the show, but that one could have been because the performances are really, really good. Everyone is just up to it, man. Like Julia
Yeah,
Garner as
yeah,
Ruth is probably like the
yeah.
standout. Like, well, Laura Linney, Jason Bateman. Even though, ready for this? Even though I think he was the character of Marty Bird was miscast.
How? Who do you think would have played it better? I mean, you think it just no. Who do you think should play James Bond? Sorry, Kano.
Kano, yeah.
Yes, I'm interested in who
Well,
you
getting
think.
a new Black Doctor Who now, so we need to get with the times. It's woke o'clock, man. You guys should get with the woke army's coming. I don't really know who should have played Marty Bed, but I always thought he was miscast. I think he was fine. I think initially I did think it was a miscast, but I think I can he's fine for me now. I think he's fine. I think everyone just
How
puts
do you
in
describe Marty in like maybe 3 words or like that? Yeah, that you just feel like initially you weren't sure if Jason could play
um I think that like he played him fine. He's not I mean he's not like
him.
Jennifer Lopez in Give Giggly or something, or one of these nonsense ass movies. She's not a bad actor or anything. I just think that could have been someone else could have done a better job with that performance, with that
Yeah,
role.
yeah.
But that's just me like hating, which is what I'm sort of been
I
asked to
mean,
do.
fair enough.
But
Y-
it's I just feel like the performances are great. It's just the plot that just got a bit too bogged up for me. But yeah, Ozark, man, it's ended. How do you feel about that? Like no more accountants and no more cartel people.
No more Ruth.
No more, and it's sort of like because I mean, how much did you like know about this part of America before you actually started watching this TV
Well, like
show?
the Ozarks and
Yeah,
Rednecks. Not quite a lot to be honest.
because
And
mostly when you go to the South, it's sort of like um most South fucking movies and TV shows are all like slave stuff anyway, aren't they?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's a problem. But
yeah.
but like in terms of like this area of this thing, I don't think I'd heard much about it. Like the only thing I knew about the Ozark was like Brad Pitt was from the Ozarks, and that's
I
the only thing
legit
I knew
didn't
about the
know.
Ozarks.
I knew about the Ozarks through Ozark.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah. I'm just no. I don't think I've watched this much redneck content.
You didn't watch Hillbilly Elegy that got nominated for
Nah,
an Oscar? No.
nah.
I didn't
Uh,
watch Hillbilly Elegy as well. And I host a podcast.
no, I didn't. um, but Ozark seems like a. Do you think you would blend in the Ozarks? I mean, you're black, but
Absolutely. Man, I'll blend in anywhere, man. If you put me in Iceland, I'll blend in.
I throw in both party in the Ozarks.
Hmm. Um, the water looks really dirty there, I'm not gonna lie.
Stinking.
Yeah, it's like it's like a bayou. It's not a bayou, is it? But it's like a bayou, like New Orleans, like swamps and shit like that.
You
No
know,
thanks, man.
at the end of it, like Theory was like, "Why do you have a swimming pool? We have a lake, bro. We need."
Would you want to live like right next to a lake, like a lake house sort of thing?
I'm terrified of water, but
But you can't swim, can you? You black piece of.
sorry.
Listen, talking about black. You called me an ape, didn't you, the other day? Which is really, really bad.
I don't recall.
It was like half. It was like midnight as well. I was like, wow,
I don't recall. And
just
you
threw
called
that
with the
out
hard
there.
N.
Just
So I was just
oh
scrolling through my
my.
phone about to brush do my night routine and I just see like hard N. Hard N word. What he
And he
says
come
on
back and comment.
4:30
He's like,
tomorrow.
what? That is bang out of order, man. I can't believe you actually said that. But I got some quick fire questions for you there. I think we're
Okay,
sort of
okay.
celebrating Ozark in it and saying bye to Ozark. And yeah, I have some questions which I prepared. I actually do some prep, guys. So everything is not off the bat. So anyway, first one is: do you think there'll be a spin-off, and should there be a spin-off?
I think there will be a spin-off. Should there be a spin-off? No.
Yeah, I think I don't think there would be a spin-off. Actually, I think there'll be a spin-off. Sorry,
I think there'll be a spin-off, but I feel like I
but
don't know
like,
what it might
what would
focus
the
on.
spin-off be? Would that be
Yeah,
Jonah?
yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Like,
I
what
don't
would the
know.
spin-off be that is not Ozark season 7? If you get what I'm saying,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It might be maybe focusing on Camilla and maybe they just write off
right?
the birds or
Just watch and just go watch Narcos, innit?
wow. Wow.
Or you could watch, or maybe they're back in Chicago and like politics. It's like maybe House of Cards, and like House of Cards Part 2, because they're like doing like the real politicking and stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
true, true,
maybe a
true, true,
couple of
true,
like
true, true,
drugs stuff sprinkled in here and there.
true.
But second one, who was your best character on the show?
My best
Your
this
favorite
season,
character? Your favorite
right?
character? No, just the entirety of Ozark.
Um, I don't want to be boring and go Marty, so I'll just go. I'll go Ruth.
Ruth. Okay.
Yeah, you?
Who was my favorite TV show? Character on TV show. It was the first. It was Dell for me. Remember Dell
Oh
from season
yeah.
one?
Oh
Yeah.
my
I
god.
think that guy was a real. He was really. I don't know. I just liked his vibe, innit? Plus, he used to
Yeah.
like give Marty like all these like big proverbial speeches about how you need to be honest and this and that.
Nobody could
And
play him like him, man. Yeah, it was really good.
what was your best scene slash moment of Ozark?
Best scene slash moments in the whole show.
So if I like wake you up middle of the night, and like, what's your best scene from Ozark? You have 10 seconds to answer. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
um, just because of how much recently I watched this season that just came out, I would say when they go into the accident and then all of them just came out and then they just like hugged it out. Like that was,
Oh,
for
that's
me that was
nice.
yeah that was pretty touching. Like it was like no matter what shit they go through, they're always there for each other regardless. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I feel that's a boring answer. Obviously, I can't
Yeah, because
think
I'm
of
gonna give it
something.
like the complete opposite.
You know what?
I'm
You know what's funny?
gonna
Because
get
like I
some
remember giving
hashtag
my answers on
negativity.
Top Boy, and every answer was someone died. So I wanted to go for something touching this time, but
I mean, the world is not it's not a Steven Spielberg movie, man. Shit happens sometimes. I think mine is like the first episode
ever.
when when Dale found out that his money was being stolen by Marty and his gang,
Yeah.
and it's also it just sort of sets up the whole plot of the show about how we're gonna go to the Ozarks, we're gonna make a lot of money for you and
Oh
stuff like that.
yeah, he
So
literally
that
saw a
was because I was,
leaflet.
like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Marty's been a lucky man, you know. He literally
Hey,
saw a
Marty
leaflet
is,
on the floor and
I
just
guess, it's
went
like
with it.
cool and calm persona has sort of let him think a bit more logically
Yeah.
compared to his peers, which has sort of kept him alive. Which is all because that's sort of like his main motivation, isn't it? He just wants to get out. Because every single time he talks, like we just have this one thing left, and we're free. But Wendy
Yeah.
was like, maybe I'll stay a bit
Not
longer.
so sure about that.
Maybe I'll hang around.
The show really made us know that he loves her this season, though.
Yeah, I mean
I don't
they've
know
been through a
how.
lot.
I wasn't really jiggy with that. So-
Well, you don't like love.
Oh my god. Oh, what a reach. Anyways, no. Yes, I do like love,
Love
but no.
always wins, Chinedu.
What I meant was,
Always.
uh, I don't know. I don't like them together like as a couple. They shouldn't have done that to us. Like,
Did you prefer it when she was cheating on him with that guy
I
in
don't
season
endorse
one?
cheating, so no, I didn't prefer it. But that was a really fucked up part of the show because
Yeah. Didn't he get
this
thrown
guy,
off the? He got thrown off the building, didn't he, from the top floor?
yes.
What was that about, man?
Oh my god, that shook me. That
That
shook
was,
me.
oh man, I literally
That
just
shook
remember
me.
that happened. That was, fuck me, man.
Yeah, that
Ozark.
shook me. But it was Marty rewatching the sex tape over and over again.
That
That's
was weird.
sick guy. Sick guy. He's just at the office. What should I watch? Let me pop open my wife's sex tape again.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty, you know, because he had like a PI himself to like spy on his wife and like plant some cameras on there.
Sick guy.
Then yeah, that's listen. Everyone on that show is just
They're not normal.
normal, no. Which is why I said like if you're in the Ozarks and the birds came to you, even if they ask you for, bottle of water, get the hell out of there, man. Because that something will, it will eventually lead back to you, or they will need something from you, and that will end from that will end up being some bullshit and a half. But yeah, I think we've been sort of spoken at length about Ozark. I really enjoyed, even though it was like quite you know convoluted and quite bulky. So I really did enjoy binging this last stuff season. Quite excited and intrigued on what kind of series and TV shows Netflix brings out. Like I know we have mentioned uh it wants to do a lot more quantity and
Over
reality TV
quality.
shows and stuff. But I mean with their share prices tumbling, um
Subscribers dropping.
subscribers dropping, I guess there are like other reasons as well. But at the end of the day, it's always content. If the content is there, people will always watch it.
Yeah.
And it's like more people are gravitating towards Disney Plus, HBO Max. Like when you think of HBO, you think of like just good TV. Disney,
Yeah.
you know, Star Wars, all the good IP that's been overdrawn and we all love and all like and everything.
I'm starting to get into quite a few Apple TV shows now.
Apple, I was literally about to say Apple as well. Like a lot of Apple TV shows like Ted Lasso and them are coming. So it's like, what does uh Netflix do now, and what sort of TV shows and series do you think they'd start bringing out? Have you got any thoughts?
Zero clues, but they're really pumping us with them love reality TV shows, man. Like it's all over the place. Um,
What's your favorite reality TV show?
Love Island.
Love Island.
Yeah, it's coming soon. But
Coming back. I can't wait to argue with all of the others after Love Island
yeah,
TV
Love
show.
Island definitely it's up there. The other ones feel a bit too unrealistic for me
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah,
And it's Love Island that's realistic for you.
it's the closest. Like too hot to handle. Like surely you're not that horny. Like come on, man. Like
Um
I mean
um
I know you are.
Listen, self control is a hard is a hard characteristic.
Oh my god. When you have 200K on the line.
listen, listen. We have cheeks in your face.
Oh
You
Jesus
need to
Christ.
you need to look at the bigger picture, man, and stop
200K. You know what? Yeah,
judging
like
me.
if you give away like 6K, maybe like twice, but there's people that like, they're doing it over and over. Like, you can't be
Yeah,
that humble, bro.
I think if something happens and I sort of get told off by everyone else, I'd probably stop. I
Yeah,
think I'll be like, "Fuck these guys! I'm gonna do it again."
yeah, yeah.
I think I have some. I'm a bit of a team player, but
Are you now?
anyway, all right. Let's tell the.
But I don't know what direction they would go in. To be honest, I have zero clue.
Yeah, I
What do
think
you
it's
think?
just like waiting and seeing like what
Yeah,
sort of interest. I mean, Squid. They still had Squid Game last year.
that that was it. I feel like in terms of strategy, that
Or
was the
mistake.
not a
No
mistake
mistake.
per se,
Like
but it wasn't like an intentional,
like it was like a 45-yard screamer. It's like, oh
yeah,
shit, let's
exactly.
see what
Like,
happens. Oh shit, we scored. Oh shit, we scored. Oh, we scored. Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you
oh god,
mean.
but yeah, exactly that. I mean, they've got like Stranger Things coming back. Sex Education is still out there. Um, they have one or two things to keep people going and until they figure out their shit. Um,
Tiger King.
mm.
Nah, it's fucking Tiger King. But yeah, man. All right. Before we dip, let's tell the listeners what we're watching at this moment or what we've recently watched. Just like a quick, like
Okay.
10-second.
Yes.
I rewatched Casino Royale again because I like gambling and I like alcohol and
Oh,
I like James
Jesus.
Bond, and I think that might be the best. I think that might be better than Skyfall,
We're
in my
lucky you
opinion.
didn't grow up in the ends, man. You'd have been such a different human being. Like, boy, do you love crime? Jesus.
What else am I watching? Peaky Blinders, of course. So I'll probably finish that today. I might, maybe I might do a solo pod on my Peaky Blinders thoughts. 15 cheeky 15 minutes. I can't stop talking.
You want to do monologue?
Obviously Killing Eve. No, I feel like no one watches Killing Eve anymore.
I don't.
Or I think after like one season, people just like, okay, is this it? And just like stop talking about it. But I'm about to finish that as well. Severance, which I am still
Ooh.
yet
We
to
should do a pod on
watch.
that.
And I think I might be hosting as well.
Oh,
And
no,
I haven't
you are
fucking even
definitely
started.
hosting, bro.
And I haven't started watching a TV show. So you guys should go watch Severance. Northman. Have you watched Northman?
Nah,
It's
but
like
that's on my
naked
list.
Vikings fighting. If you're into all that sort of stuff.
That's on my list. The thing is, like, I'm basically like, there's some people that like you like gangs and thrillers and
Hmm, hmm.
like crime. Like, I feel like once the content is good, the content is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
But it's even about good content. Sometimes it could be about mid content. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
It could be about bad content sometimes.
speaking of mid content on Netflix, did you watch Anatomy of a Scandal? No.
No.
Yeah, that was don't know what they did with that, bro. It was just an easy binge, but like, why?
There are a couple of other like TV shows that are out as well. There's one called Under the Banner of Heaven, which is, according to my um our friend and co-host Bankole, is apparently really really good. And I think there's another one by The Wire guys. I think it's called We Own the City or something. I might butcher the name. I
Yeah.
just finished exams, guys. Leave me alone.
What
But
counting exams?
I
Oh,
just
sorry, your
finished
actuary exams.
counting. But that's pretty good as well. So there's just tons and tons of TV, and it's sort of like TV season. Like there's still Barry and there's still Better Call Saul coming out, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a lot of TV coming out. So yeah, if any of you guys like, let us know like what you're watching and how you feel about what you're watching, or if there's anything you think that we should be watching, please, you know, let us know. And obviously, guys, don't forget to rate, review, um, on Spotify and Apple, also on YouTube as well. Forgot to mention, so you can see our trims and our.
Mine is dead.
It's pretty dead as well,
I
actually.
feel
Yeah.
like Banky is. I don't know if he's punishing me, um, but every time it's always
About to
at a
like
time
mention
when I don't.
Banku and Trim in the same sentence. I was like, what?
Oh my god! Wow!
Sorry, sorry,
Wow!
sorry. That's the last drill.
Jesus!
I'll send that
He
him
has to kick
today.
you off for that.
But yeah,
Has to. Has to.
but we have like a lot of other stuff coming up. So guys, just keep an eye out for that, for all of that. And yeah, my name is Jibbs, and your name is.
Chinedu.
And do you want to put a bit more, spice on that? It's a bit more enthusiasm, a bit more.
Well, like Jibbs.
No, like don't say. I was like your name is. You're like Chinedu. It's like.
Chinedu.
There we go.
Chinedu. Chini boy.
Chinny boy.
Please, man, don't do that.
And we just yeah, we just spoke about Ozark. Let us know how you guys think, and I guess we'll join you guys later when we'd have Sydney Sweeney on next week.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, guys. See you guys later. Bye bye.
And we're out.